Okay, we have another minute. Let's start on our backs tonight. That way, Fern, I will not forget core, or at least run out of time. So come onto your back, flat on your back. Um, Shavasana. Let's start in Shavasana. We'll do a full circle. We'll start in Shavasana and we'll end in Shavasana. For those of you who do Shavasana, it's going to be full circle. All right, so yeah, we got about 10 seconds. So just kind of hanging out here for a little bit. There is, by the way, one more live stream from out here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start live stream from back home. I'll tell you the date. Of course, I'll put out an email, but I just wrote this down. Where did I put it? April 9th. April 9th, we'll start a live stream again. One more left for this session. Ah, all right. I heard you guys have some snow, but it's almost spring. You're looking at the end of that soon. So just feel where your back body is supported by the ground beneath you. I mean, really feel how you're being held up and sink into it. Soften your wing bones, the back of your skull, the tops of your hands. Palms should be up. Your heels, your lower back. Let it all just fall toward the center of the earth. Now begin to feel your body moving with your breath. Watch your breath. The rise and fall of your belly and your chest. The cool air at the inhales at the nostrils and the warm air as you release that breath. And notice the mind beginning to calm. So you're placing your awareness on your breath, and you don't have all of this space to put your awareness into your thoughts. But when the thoughts pass by and you switch your awareness from your breath to your thoughts, be okay with that. Be okay with that, no problem whatsoever. The mind is like a child. We just have to gently train it with love and kindness. Slowly turn your head to the right and feel where the skull touches the ground. Oh yeah, here we go. We're getting to the side of the head. Drop into that. Let the shoulder beneath your chin get nice and soft. Breathe here. Just coming inside. And then as you slowly turn your head to the other side, be aware of the part of your skull that's pressing into your mat when you turn. And when your head comes to the other side, again, relax that shoulder beneath the chin. Notice your breath. Without bringing any tension in the shoulders, slowly bring the head back to center. So just the head is moving, the rest of the body is completely relaxed. Bring your arms up to the ceiling, palms are facing each other. Bring your palms together and intertwine your fingers. Bring the legs about hip distance apart, make them parallel. Keep the feet relaxed. Don't flex the heels, but feet are parallel too. They're not out to the side anymore. Flip your palms up to the ceiling and press the heels of your palms, the bottoms of your palms up to the ceiling. Now take the chin to the chest. Now, very slowly, as you press through the heels of your palms, bring the arms overhead. Slow. I want you to feel the shoulders here. Feel the arms. Now feel the stretch in the spine, chin to the chest, chin to the chest. Press up over the head as strong as you can, as strong as you can. Feel the biceps work. Feel those upper arm muscles. Press, 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 but the neck is relaxed. Now bring the arms back up. Palms are still facing the ceiling. Turn the palms toward you. Soften the elbows out to the sides. Scoop that little basket that you've created with your palms under your head. Okay, now the heels of your palms are pressing into the base of the skull, right? Can you feel that? Press. So you're pressing the heels of your hands into the base of your skull as much as you can, putting a nice little bit of pressure there. Now bring the elbows up to the ceiling. Now lift the head gently. Take the chin to the chest and get this nice rounding at the very top of your spine at your neck. A little bit more, chin to the chest, elbows together. Nice squeeze in the throat, good for the thyroid gland. Breathe here. Elbows come to the side. Slowly release your skull back down into the mat. Elbows wide, hands still at the back of the skull. Relax as if you're just laying here in a big, wide open field with the sun right above you. Take a few nice big breaths. Rib cage opens fully out through the mouth. Slow exhale. Slow, slow, slow. Really deep exhale. All the way. Draw the belly in for that last squeeze of your exhale. Good. Inhale. Open those ribs. Exhale through the mouth. Slow, deep, long. Little bit more as you draw the belly back toward the spine. Last little bit of breath, squeeze it out. And nice. Okay, release the arms to the sides. Palms are up in a T position. Arms are nice and relaxed. Bring the legs a little closer together. Flex the heels. Spread the toes apart. Press down into the heels. Draw the belly gently down without bracing it. Like remember when you squeezed out that last little bit of breath? Like that, deep in the belly. Slowly bring the right leg up to the ceiling. Take your hands behind that thigh there. Intertwine your fingers, bend your elbows, bring that top of the thigh towards you. There's the hamstrings, right side. Knee can be bent or straight, it's up to you. I just want you to feel the hamstrings. You may even notice that that nice long opening goes all the way up to the right hip space. Drop the shoulders away from your ears, press a little harder, breathe deeply. Okay, you've got your left heel flexed. You're pressing it into the ground. Left arm releases to the side. The palm is up. Now straighten that right leg up to the ceiling as much as you can with the flexed heel. Right hand comes inside that leg, gently presses it out to the side. You can take your left hand to your left hip bone just to keep it right there. Keep it from moving to the right. Oh, there's the inner thighs. Yeah, right inner thigh muscles, groin right here. Soften your shoulders, make that right arm really nice and heavy. It's just a weight on that leg. Feel this. Breathe into it. Bend that knee, take it back to center, straighten that leg to the ceiling, both arms in a T pose. Flex that right heel up to the ceiling, draw the navel down. Now, if you don't know what I mean by not bracing, it's like you don't suck the belly back. Instead, it's like the very end of an exhale. You can exhale through a straw if you want to do it. Exhale through the straw. And right at the end, feel it? That's the deep engagement. Blow it out right at the end there. That's it. Okay, keep that, but breathe as you circle the right heel. It is flexed up to the ceiling. Okay, listen up. Take that leg out to the right, not all the way down to the ground, but halfway. Circle there. Now, if you find your left hip is moving too much, place your left hand on it. Starting to work abs, definitely getting into the hip joint here. Now bring it even closer to the ground. Flex through that heel and little circles here. Oh, yeah, you're working deep in those inner thigh muscles, deep in that right hip. Feels good, feels good. Reverse. Come halfway up, same direction. See, we're reversing on all three levels because I forgot the first time. Bring it all the way up to the ceiling and stay in that same direction. Bend that right knee, take it to the ground. Arms are in a T pose. Flex both heels. Let's do this. Take your knees to your chest just to release that lower back a bit. There we go. There we go. All right. Back with the T pose with the arms, flexed heels, feet are hip distance apart or closer. Press the right heel into the ground as you slowly, I mean really slowly, lift that left leg. Why slowly? Because then it forces you to use your abdominal muscles. All right. Flex that heel up to the ceiling. Okay. Grab behind that thigh, intertwine your fingers, bend your elbows, bring that top of the thigh closer to your torso. There they are, left hip flexor, or excuse me, left hamstrings. Soften the shoulders. Feel this. Breathe into it. What is that? Yeah, what does that feel like? Not to put words on it, but just to really experience the body's sensations. See, what happens is we tend to be caught up in our thoughts and not be aware of the sensations in our body throughout the day. In yoga, you get to actually feel the body, get closer to these sensations, and get more skilled at feeling the body. Again, the knee can be bent or straight. Now release the right arm, palm is up, or that right hand can take the top of that right hip bone. Left hand comes to the inside of that leg and slowly, slow is key, take the leg down to the side, as far down as you can get it, elbow super bent. And then you get to this point where the arm is just this weight hanging on the leg. Breathe into that. Bend the knee and straighten the leg back to the ceiling. You can keep that right hand on your hip or take it to a T position. Left hand, palm up, T position. Flex that heel up to the ceiling, chin to the chest. So this time you do want to make the leg as straight as possible and then begin to circle. Remember, we're going to circle in one direction. We're not going to do the reverse circle until we come up again. Press up, press up. Now, I want you to feel those circles beginning in the hip joint. Just get your head in the hip and feel that. And then press the energy up toward the heel. from the hip to the heel as you're circling. Okay, now about halfway down, circle there, same direction. And then as close to the ground as you can, circle there. Oh yeah, deep into that hip. Okay, reverse. Press through the heel, keep the legs strong and long and straight, halfway up, same direction. So you're trying to get most of the movement from the hip, but you are going to get some movement in the lower back and the right hip a little bit, right? A little bit of rocking. That's normal, but try to get as little rocking as possible. Now all the way to the ceiling, same direction. Nice. Bend that knee, take it to the chest, bring that other leg up, give yourself a nice big hug. All right, soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, drop the edges of the feet into the ground, soften the inner thighs, let the knees open. Okay, so we are in a bound angle pose. Now listen up. I want you to press the soles of your feet together as hard as you can and notice how your glutes are going to react to that and the inner thighs. Okay, keep all that energy. Keep pressing. Take your arms up to the ceiling, hands together, little basket, scoop it under your head. Elbows are open, nice and wide. Press those feet together. Look straight up to the ceiling. Lift the face up to the ceiling. Lift the upper back off your mat. Press those feet together. Open those knees as wide as you can. Now listen, lift the feet slightly off the ground. Lift the face a little higher. Press those feet together. Straighten the legs. Bring them together. Straighten, bring together. Listen, if this is bothering your lower back, get the legs when you straighten them higher and when you bring them back together higher. So farther from the floor. All right, keep it at the bound angle pose, feet are off the ground. Lift a little higher. Now, it's as if we want to get elbows to knees and knees to elbows, and then the edges of the feet touch the mat. Okay, but you're not going to round too much with the torso. You're going to try to lift up to the ceiling a bit because I want you to keep using upper abs as well as the lower. So we're not straightening the legs. We're just bringing knees to elbows, elbows to knees. Hold it up here and pulse. Squeeze the feet together. Don't forget to exhale. Hold it here. Take the knees together. Straighten the right leg with the flexed heel. Lift a little higher with the chest. Switch sides. Switch sides. Switch sides. Switch. Switch and hold. Bring the left elbow toward the right knee and hold it here and pulse. Switch sides. Lift and turn and pulse. You're really flexing through that right heel. Bring it back to center. Bring both knees to the chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Feel the abdominals squeeze. You're in this big crunch position. Open up. Crunch and hold. Open up. Oh, I can tell we didn't do it for a few weeks. Crunch and hold. Open. Crunch and hold and squeeze at the top. Pulse it. Oh, they're little movements, but they're deep. Exhale fully, everyone. Nice. Bring the feet down to the ground. Bring the head to the ground. Grab a hold of your head on either side. Lift that big skull bone up, chin to the chest, place it back down, relax your neck. All right. Palms are down and they're not in a T position, nor are they right next to your mat. They're a little closer to your mat than halfway. Okay, getting ready for bridge pose here. Now, scooch your heels a little closer to your buttocks. Okay, lift all 10 toes off the mat. Press down into the tripods at the bottom of your feet. Large ball of the foot, little pinky ball of the foot, and the middle of your heel. Come on, look for all 3 points, both feet. Press into that with the toes lifted. Press more. Keep the pressing and soften the toes down to the mat. Don't grip with the toes, just soften them. Okay, now gently lift your tail and make it tuck it under like we do when we do cat pose. So do a nice little pelvic tilt here, little more pelvic tilt so you're rounding the tail. Now slowly lift the spine off the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Don't let the knees splay to the side. Keep them parallel. Press into the feet, lift the hips, use the glutes to push up toward the ceiling. Now lift the arms up to the ceiling and overhead, and you can get another, I don't know, not even an inch, but a little higher with your bridge here. All right, listen up. Take the knees, touch them, hold them there, lift and lower. So if you can't make the knees touch, I can't quite make them touch, but I'm getting them as close as I can. Lift, release the knees. They're back to parallel again. Lift a little higher. Now knees together and release. Knees together, release. So release into the normal bridge position. Release. Knees together, release. We're going to come down. Arms are coming overhead. Spine is falling one little vertebrae bone at a time into your mat. There we go, there we go. Then you finally feel the sacrum and the lower back connect with the mat, knees to the chest. And a little counter stretch here. Nice. All right, since we're on the ground, let's do a nice full spinal twist. So knees are bent to the chest. Soften those shoulders. Soften those wing bones. Okay, wrap your right leg over your left and feel the thighs press together. Press them together. Don't let that come into the shoulders. Just use the legs. Press, 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 and release. It's just a little isometric move. Now bring the knees a little closer to your chest, chin to your chest, and drop your legs to the left slowly. Slow, 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 getting this big twist. Oh yeah, here we are, here we are. All right, relax that left arm and that left wing bone. Make sure there's a bend in the right arm and that it's slightly lower than the shoulder. Breathe into this twist. Feel it. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Go all over, scan the body. Right arm comes up to the ceiling. Okay, now over your head. Reach over your head. Reach, reach, reach. Reach. Open up that chest. Open up that shoulder. Keep that reach and slowly bring the arm to the right. And when you're in the right corner out there, not all the way to the side, but the corner, do a little up and down movement with the hand. Reach and up and down. Ooh, feel it go deep in the shoulder, deep in the pec muscle. Yeah, reach, reach, and make this little movement. Now release that. Bring the arm down toward the bottom of your mat, over your hip, to the left. We're making a big circle with the arm bone and the shoulder. Now overhead. Reach here, reach here, reach here. Reach some more. Keep the reach. Keep all that extension and just come about probably a foot or two out to that right corner there, that right upper corner right there. Reach, reach. It's intense. Reach some more and a little up and down movement. So you're moving toward the thumb, toward the pinky, toward the thumb, toward the pinky, and all the while you're reaching. Oh, release that. Bring that arm down over your hip, over your left arm, back overhead, and all the way to the side in a T position. Drop the arm. Soften it. Squeeze your legs together. Bring them back to center. Uncross. Okay, we need to straighten out before we go to the other side. So just kind of bring your hands to your shins, rock your hips side to side, and then walk one hip to the bottom of the mat, then the other, then the other. So you're just lengthening the spine and straightening it out. Chin to the chest, arms in a T position, soften the shoulders. Left leg over the right. Bring those knees to the chest, soften the shoulders, and slowly drop those legs to the right side. Take your time. All right, let them drop. Now, if you can't drop them into the floor, you're at home, you can grab a pillow, put a pillow underneath them, or you can take the legs a little bit away from your arm. That may help. Okay, so just experience this twist. Notice if you're crunching up that right shoulder, let it go if you are. Feel it. Okay, now lift that left arm off the ground and reach out like I'm to your left side and I'm trying to get you. And I'm like just a couple millimeters. You want to reach out to grab my hand, but we don't quite make it, but you keep reaching. There it is. You got that? Now lift that arm up to the left corner there, where you really get that intense stretch. Hold it there. Reach some more there. Oh, yeah. And then make that little movement up and down toward the pinky, toward the thumb. It's just a little wave of the hand, but intense in the shoulder and in the chest. Reach, reach as you move. Reach, little more. There, soften it up. Bring the arm overhead. And then it's making a circle over your right arm, over your left leg, over your hip, down toward the bottom of your mat. Stop when it's at the side, palm is up. There it is. Reach out toward the fingertips. We want to really open that shoulder and that chest. Reach full is the fullest reach you can make. Now slowly bring it up to that corner where you feel it get intense. Reach out into that corner and make that movement, that wave. It's a little wave, but it gives a whole lot of feedback. Make sure the right shoulder's relaxed. You know, shoulders, they're buddies, right? They're partners. So one starts getting all this attention, all this work, and the other one kind of tends to scrunch up a little bit. Let it be, let it relax. If you notice it's scrunched, good. Now you can release it.
All right. So you make the arm soft, but you keep it long. You keep reaching, you just soften it up a bit, bring it up overhead. Full range of motion here in that shoulder, to the right, over your hip, to the bottom of your mat, out to the left. Let it drop. T position now. Squeeze the legs together, bring them back to center, uncross the legs. Oh, let's release now. Little circles, massaging your lower back. Oh, let's do something else too. Arms are open. I just want to do a little chin to the chest. Okay, lift your shins so they're parallel to the floor. Glue the insides of your knees together and your ankles together. Now squeeze them together. Keep the shoulders soft. Okay, so that glue's nice and tight. Let's bring those legs to one side, hovering them over the floor, and then to the other. Hovering. One more to the right. And one more to the left. Mine got unglued. Gluing them together again here. Back to center. All right. Cross at the ankles. Flick your feet up to the ceiling. And let's come up. Okay. Into a table pose. Separate those fingers. Middle fingers are making a T with the top of your mat. If they're not, readjust the hands so they are. So you are using your entire hand and all your fingers here. Press into them and draw that intensity, that energy up into the arms. Keep the shoulders nice and wide. So really feel as if you're drawing the shoulder blades apart here. Okay. Look at the knees. They should be dropped right underneath the hips. And you've got a nice table pose here. Okay, soften your belly and let your belly drop toward the mat. And notice as you do that, the tail picks up and the lower back gets this deep curve. Keep dropping the belly, keep pressing into the hands, arms are staying active. Okay, so now you've got that nice saddle back, I call it. Now bend the elbows back just a couple inches, press into the bottoms of the palms, and send your heart forward very actively. Forward, forward, forward toward the collarbones. Now lift from the crown of your head. Feel the heels of your palms pressing into the mat. Feel your fingers pressing into the mat. And slowly, all I want you to do is roll your tail, the tip of your tail, down toward the mat. Belly button will pick up naturally. Now, really curl that tail like coil, like you're coiling, like you're making a tight, tight coil. So you're lifting the belly, you're coiling up that tail, and now begin to press into the hands and lift the spine one vertebrae at a time up toward the ceiling and drop your head, cat pose. Feel your head, how it's dropped between those two strong arms. Let it drop some more. Let the neck fully relax. Now turn your head towards your left elbow. Very liquid, very smooth to the right elbow and back to center. Let your belly drop. Feel the lower back drop. Feel the tail lift naturally. Lift, lift, lift. Drop the belly, drop the belly. Keep it soft. Now press into the heels of the palms. Send the heart forward. Lift from the crown. Curl the tail. Feel the lower back lift, feel the belly lift, feel the spine lift. Open up that spine as you lift it to the ceiling. Dropping your head. Nice, smooth feeling in the neck. Okay, now look back at there at your feet. They should be hidden behind your knees. So they are the same distance width as your knees, between the knees. Okay, curl your toes. Press your hips slowly back toward your heels as you press down firmly into your toe pads. I want you to release the feet with this. Press, 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 press down so you can really stretch underneath your toes. Now drop your elbows straight down to the mat. Keep your torso low. Just lift your head. Look at that space between your hands. Now you're going to keep the center of your heart as close to the mat as you can. Bring it along the center of your mat, right up to your hands. And once it gets between your hands, lift up. Tail is lifted. Okay, and you're in a cow pose. Now a cat pose as you round your tail, feel the lower back open up, and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, let that wave run up the spine. Here it goes, mid-back, between the shoulder blades, upper back, neck. Okay, cat pose. Toes are still curled. Send the hips back slowly. Press the hips deeply down. Press into those toe pads. Nice. Drop the elbows. Lift the tail. Glide your heart forward. Lift when you come between the hands and bring it back into table. Okay, uncurl your toes. All right, make sure the knees are not more than hip distance apart. If anything, slightly closer. Okay, because we're just gonna do a little balance stuff here. Send the left arm straight out, press in the top of the left foot. Send the right leg straight back with a flexed heel. Press out through that heel and into the left fingertips as you stretch here. Lift that right heel and pulse it. Keep pressing into the right palm. You're going to need it to stay lifted across the chest. Take the left hand down, lift that right leg a little higher. Now bend that right knee, take it to the side and all the way to the right shoulder or as close as you can get it. Now send the leg straight back. Bend it, take it to the shoulder, straight back. Take it to the shoulder, bring it down. All right. Knees hip distance or a little closer. Right arm reaches forward. Reach, 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 reach. Left leg, lift it, flex the heel. Forward into the right fingertips, back into the left heel. You are stretching like crazy. Lift a little higher back there with the leg and pulse it. Deep work in the glutes here. Don't collapse through the back. Keep it nice and straight. Remember, your table pose is the base for this. Right hand comes down into the mat. Lift that left heel a little more. Bend that left knee. Take it to the left shoulder. Hold it. Keep it high. Keep it high, high. Send it back. Again, to the shoulder. Hold it here. Send it back. To the shoulder. Hold it and pulse it here. Pulse it. And bring it down. Okay, back into table pose. Curl your toes. Here we go, down dog. Lift your hips. Send your chest back toward your legs. You're probably going to need to separate your feet a bit. So everyone's a little different in terms of how they want to set up their down dog. The main thing is you want to really lift those hips and press the chest back. Come onto your tippy toes, high as you can get them. Bend your knees toward the mat. Notice how visually you start looking up toward the hands and then kind of toward the top of the mat. Knees are just hovering over the mat here. Lift your belly without bracing it. Hold this. And back to down dog. Send the chest back. And cycle some nice deep breaths through this dog. Okay, left foot comes in just a little off center line. Right leg sweeps up. Feel the hands pressing into your mat. Press them forward to send the chest back. When I say press forward, obviously they're stuck in the mat, but you've got this forward pressing. Lift the right heel, lift it higher, work those right glutes. Keep that leg lifted. Open the hips to the right. Okay, now you've loaded more into the left arm, left shoulder, so press firmly into the left hand. Lift the right ankle to the ceiling and pulse it. Feel that. Bend the knee, let the foot fall back. Even more into that left arm, so press even more firmly into the left hand. Straighten that right leg and bend it. Keep the knee high, straighten and bend. Straighten, bend, straighten, bend. Hold it, keep it bent. Turn your hips so they're facing the mat. Look forward. Right foot comes forward between your hands. Knee is over your ankle. Look at the left foot. Make sure it's on a different track. If it's not, scooch the right foot over and the left foot over a bit. Get them on different tracks. Okay, left foot, take it as far back as possible. So scooch those toes back and then press that heel back. Squeeze the left butt cheek and make sure that that leg is nice and straight. Release the right arm forward. Reach forward. Reach some more. Keep that back leg straight. Lift that right arm up to the ceiling. Bend the elbow to put a little twist in it. Bring the arm forward and back down. Hips are facing forward again, everyone. Left knee comes down. Top of that foot comes down, meets the mat. Walk your fingertips back to straighten your torso. Take your hands to the top of the right leg and press your hips forward. If you don't like bringing your hands to the tops of the leg, you can keep them here and press forward from there with the hips. We want to get that left hip flexor. Hands come back down into the mat. Curl those left toes. Lift the left knee. Look back at the left foot. Turn it out 45 degrees. Hop it forward. Look for a foundation where you think where your feet are making a good foundation for warrior. And come on up. All right, I want you to really press into the outer edge of that back foot. Use that back leg. Sit a little deeper into your pose. Press into the bottom of the right foot, outer edge of the left foot. Turn the palms forward. Make your arms in a cactus pose here. Do it like this just for this so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, now, oops. I was slipping off my mat. Now, bring the elbows back. Actually, now it makes more sense to get on my mat. Okay, so bring the elbows back. Okay, now squeeze the elbows down toward the lower back and toward each other. So you're opening your chest here.
Now lift the center of your chest up toward the ceiling, palms facing the ceiling. Squeeze some more. You're even squeezing the shoulder blades together. Now straighten the arms, palms facing each other. Now straighten the torso. Now bring the heart forward as the arms lift a little bit. Okay, now you've got a big beach ball between your hands. Pulse it. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. We really want to get those rhomboid muscles of the upper back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep the squeeze, hold it, release it. Arms come forward and up, back into warrior one. Okay, right arm comes forward, the top of that hand meets the inside of the right inner thigh. Press them into one another until you feel the right hip working. Now lift the left fingertips up to the ceiling and slowly bringing them back, keeping that right leg put. Left palm to the ground. Now you can release that right arm and you're in warrior two. Flex through the wrists and feel as if you're pressing a wall that's in front of you and a wall that's behind you, and you're pressing into those walls as hard as you can. So those arms are nice and long and the chest is open. Keep that and just soften the palms to the ground. Rotate that right palm up to the ceiling. Lose the left arm. Right arm comes over. Okay, this one always feels good. You really get the space between the ribs, those little intercostal muscles, a good stretch here. Back to warrior two. Rotate the right foot so that it's facing, oops, the edge of your mat. Okay, toed forward or pigeon toed in. And we're going to hinge from the hips and come forward. Bringing it down to a nice inversion. Feel the weight of your skull and release it. Use the weight of your skull to stretch the muscles of your neck. Little traction on those neck muscles here. Now press your palms into your shins. Straighten your arms. Straighten your spine. You're looking straight down at the ground. Lift your belly gently. Take your arms out to the sides. Neck is long and relaxed, using your torso, or excuse me, your core muscles here. Sweep your right arm underneath you. Right hand grabs the outer left ankle. Bend that right elbow. Lift the left arm. Soften the right shoulder. Let it drop here. Those of you who want to bind, rotate that top palm and put a bind in this. Those of you who took a bind, release that left arm up to the ceiling. We're going to switch. Left arm is going to swing underneath us. Left hand grabs the outer right ankle. That elbow bends so we can get more of a turn. And then we lift the right arm up. Soften the left wing bone, left shoulder. Drop down here. And then if you want to, you can bind this. Rotate the palm, bend the elbow, bind it. And release both hands into the ground underneath your face. Straighten your arms to lift your torso. Feel the lifting of your torso here. Back is straight, but just it's like you feel engagement of the core muscles. And then you walk your hands forward. Head drops between the arms. Chest presses back. And everything gets nice and stretched. Glide forward. Walk your hands back to your mat. Swivel that right foot so it's facing the front.
Lift the left heel, turn those toes forward, moving it into pigeon pose here. So scooch the foot to the side, knee to the other side. Left leg goes straight back. Level those hips before you drop weight. If you're on your back, right ankle is at the top of the left thigh. You're grabbing under the left thigh, bringing it toward you. All right, let's rib cage breath here, big time. Big opening for those ribs. Ooh, feel it expand 360 degrees. And you can blow out through the mouth. And you really get a sense of how deep you can make the breaths when you breathe this way. And release here, hands into the mat. Curl your left toes, lift your left knee off the mat. Press into the hands as you lift your torso. Right leg comes back and come into your down dog again. Feel the inversion, feel your breath. Feel where you're supported in this pose, hands and feet. And also notice how you're lifting the hips up using the core muscles, and you're pressing the chest back, elongating the back some more. Right foot comes in just off center. Root into that foot. Lift the left. Press the chest back. Flex the left heel, lift it to the ceiling and pulse it. Lift that heel even higher. Open the hips to the left. Notice that you've put more load on the right shoulder and right arm. So press firmly into that right hand and notice what happens. It opens up the space of the right shoulder so you can really access those muscles better. Lift the left ankle to the ceiling and pulse. Lift it higher, bend the knee, let the foot fall back, press into the right hand even some more, even some more. Now straighten that leg and bend it. Keep the knee high. Straighten, bend, straighten, bend. Straighten, bend, hold the bent knee. Turn the hips so they're facing your mat again. Gently lift your head to look at the front of your mat. Left foot comes forward between your hands. Okay? Now you're looking at some space between the feet, different tracks for them. You're taking the right foot as far back as you can get it. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Keep that right knee straight. Press that right heel back so you've got a lot going on way back there in that right leg. Now release the left arm forward. And as you're reaching forward with the left fingertips, press back with that right heel. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Now lift the arm to the ceiling. Bend the elbow for more twist in the torso. Press into those toes, right toes. Keep the right knee nice and straight. And then release that arm, bring it forward and down. Drop the right knee into the mat, top of the right foot. Walk those fingertips back, hands to the top of the leg, drop the shoulders, press the hips forward. And release that. Hands back into the mat, curl the right toes, lift the right knee. Right foot turns out about 45 degrees. Look for a foundation that you think is going to work for warrior.
And then, of course, once you get up, you can rearrange things. All right. Going to do something different here than we did in the last one. On the last side, palms forward, bend the elbows. Press the elbows back, squeeze, and lift through the chest. This part's the same. Straighten the arms, lift them up. Keep those arms as long as possible as you stretch forward. Okay, spine is long, arms are long, everything's, look at how much load on that front leg. Oh yeah, those thighs are happy. Okay, now you've got a beach ball in front of you. That's the difference. Squeeze it. Squeeze, squeeze, all your might. Use the chest, use the shoulders. Squeeze, come on, use the shoulders, use the chest. It's an overinflated beach ball. And come back up. Warrior one again. Now, left arm comes forward. The top of that hand meets the left inner thigh. Press them into one another. Take a few moments. I want you to really feel how the left hip gets activated by this isometric move. Now, that front leg is not going to move at all. We're just going to lift the right fingertips without putting the rib cage forward, right? We always keep the rib cage dropped. Bring that arm back. Palm down. Now we can release the left. Flex the wrists. You're pressing into a wall that's coming in from the front of you and the back of you. You're pressing it away from you with all your might. Shoulders stay low though. And then soften the palms down. Now rotate that left palm up. Lose the right arm. Left arm comes over. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can bend that left knee some more. Sit deeper. Back to warrior two. Warrior one. Come forward. Lift that back foot. Get on the toes. That heel comes up. We're moving into pigeon for the left side. Knee down to the side. Right leg straight back. Level those hips. Come down just as much as you want to. Remember, we've got some great access to the rib cage here. So 360-degree rib cage breath right here. And you can blow out the mouth if you want to do those deep exhales to engage core. And slowly release this. Curl the right toes, lift the right knee, press into those toes as you lift your hips, send your left leg back, walk it to the center of your mat, bend your knees, sit your butt way, way, way back in a little kindergarten chair. Grab the backs of your ankles, drop your head in front of your knees, and just breathe here. Swing your arms back, bring them forward, lift up, reach up, reach, reach, reach. So again, don't flare the bottom ribs forward. Okay, that's a tendency when you're reaching. Okay, keep the rib cage down. It's a compensatory thing to do that. And it's just not good for the organs of the lower belly, definitely not good for the pelvic floor. All right, open the arms.
Swan dive forward. Oh, yeah. Drop down and fold your body in half here. Monkey pose. Extend. Drop down again. Refold. Bend your knees. Swing the arms forward. Chair pose. Hands in Namaste Mudra. Bring it to your heart. Press those palms together. Lift the elbows. Sit a little deeper. Swing to the right. Drop that left elbow into the side of the leg. Lift the right elbow to the ceiling. Bring it back to center. Press those palms. Lift those elbows. Take it to the other side. Back to center. Lift. Open and fall, drop down, fold, monkey, refold, bend the knees. We're going to waterfall, swoosh those arms back, lift them up. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale. Last one, make it good. Full inhale, exhale. And just release everything here. Again, some good release for the neck, using the weight of the skull being drawn down with gravity toward the earth. All right. And let's slowly come up. Nice and slowly. Right hand comes up. Bend that elbow, take the side of the head. Let's just put a little neck release right here at the end. Unlock the jaw, open it up, soften your tongue. Release. Left arm up, bend the elbow, get the side of your head. Drop the left ear down. Ooh, there's the right side opening. Drop that right shoulder. Release back to center. And inhale up. Feel the arms lift. Feel the hands meet in the mudra over your crown. Soft. Let the hands drop to the heart. Let the forehead bow, mind bowing to the heart. And release. All right, down onto your belly. Restorative crocodile pose. Stacking your palms, letting your forehead rest on the top hand, feet are toed in, everything's relaxed. And of course you can feel the belly pressing into the mat, and that movement will transfer a nice big opening to the lower back. Just it's subtle, but it's definitely there. Just feel that. And taking your elbows beneath your shoulders, lifting.
Arms in an 11 position, palms down in Sphinx pose. Press into the hands and elbows as you press your heart forward. So not your head, neck stays relaxed, but you're pressing your heart forward. Good for the lower back, mid back. Come down from there. Take your hands a little farther apart and then chest level. Okay, getting ready for cobra pose. Lift your pubic bone, roll it to your belly, drop it down again. Remember, we want to keep the elbows back and we want to keep the shoulders pressed down away from the ears. And then we want to just peel our front bodies off the mat slowly, pressing into the hands as little as possible. Huge lower back strengthener here. And then if you come into a full back bend like I am here, really drop those hips. You can even bend the elbows back a little bit, looking for a nice deep lower back curve. And then coming down slowly, elbows stay in. Forehead touches the mat. Come up one more time. If you don't want to, turn your head to the side. Just wait for us. And then those of you who have done 2 cobras, you may want to put a lateral twist in this only if it feels good tonight. Okay, listen to your body. Back to center and back down slowly. After your forehead touches the ground, turn your head to the side, release your arms to the sides, palms up. Slowly turn your head to the other side, rest into that cheekbone. And then take your head back to center, push up into table pose. And then from table pose, press back slowly into child's pose. All right. So take a few breaths in your child's pose. And if you're staying for Shavasana tonight, you can flip it all over and come onto your back. Okay, nicely prepared for Shavasana. So Shavasana, any meditative, we do Shavasana with a meditation. So Shavasana is actually the pose, but we do a meditative Shavasana practice. It's interesting because even with Shavasana, even if you don't bring in a meditative, but especially if you bring in some meditation, you are experiencing yourself. Okay, probably more so than many other experiences. And sometimes that's why people don't like Shavasana. They don't like meditation. They like, what am I going to do just with my alone with myself? But our nature is one of deep peace and deep
love, deep tranquility. That's her basic nature. So when we peel off all the other stuff, that's what we're left with. And that's the beauty of it. But I notice in classes, there's a lot of people, they do not want to do that. They don't want to be here. Okay, but you're here. So just feel a sense of gratitude that you can do this, that you enjoy this time with you, this experience of you experiencing yourself. Okay. And you get to make friends with yourself too. All right. So just let it all go. Let the body go. Feel how nice and relaxed the body is. If there are any areas of tension, just take note of those and you can let them be. Just notice them. Sometimes just simply by noticing releases some of the tension, some of the pain. Sometimes not. Whatever it is, just let it be. And find your breath. Be with your breath. Observe your breath. Don't control it. It knows exactly where to go. Just be with your breath. If it's deep, let it be deep. If it's shallow, let it be shallow. Thoughts, feelings come into your awareness, no problem at all. That's the way it is. Just let them pass like clouds. You are the big, spacious blue sky that they pass through. Let them pass. Go back to your breath. Feel the breath as the energy of your life force. All right, let's just do a few rounds of Kriya breath just to go a little deeper here. By deeper, I mean more relaxed, more peaceful. So we're going to do an inhale of 4. We're going to retain the breath for 2 and an exhale out the mouth 6. And I will lead you. So there's no forcing here. There's just a gentle guiding of the breath. All right, so here we go. Inhale on 1, 2, on 3, on 4. Retain that breath for 1 and 2. Gentle retaining. Exhale through the mouth on 1. Slow 2, 3, 4, 5. Last little bit of air. Belly pulls in 6. And let the breath be natural. Notice how powerful the breath is. So deeply relaxing. Your body is your temple. Your breath is your prayer. All right, next round, prepare. Inhale on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4. Retain 1, retain 2. Exhale slowly through the mouth on 1, on 2, on 3, 4, 5. Last little breath, 6. Release. Let the breath find its natural rhythm. And there's that peace. Always there. You just uncovered it. Now take your awareness to your heart center, to your heart space. And just feel yourself breathing in and out through the heart space. Just opens and rises to receive the inhale. And gently falls and relaxes to release the exhale. Just feel the heart space grow softer. This is a place of feeling, and it's a place of healing. Okay, so your heart can hold it all. All right, so with your next inhale, inhale through the heart, breathe in peace. Exhale love. Next inhale, inhale peace. Exhale love. Just feel the heart grow warmer, lighter, brighter. And in tonight's Shavasana, if you'd like to put your own personal prayer or intention within your practice, you can do that now. Everything begins with the energy of a thought. Everything. So honor that. Take it to your heart, breathe into it. Give it life. And then release it. And simply rest.
All right. So begin to feel your body again. Feel where it's supported. Begin to make your transition. Nice and slowly. Gently roll to one side. Slowly bring yourself to seated pose. All right. Arms open wide, palms up. All right. Receive the inhale and release the exhale. Namaste. Thank you, friends. Have a good weekend. Stay warm, stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you next week.